Hello everybody, this is Dr. Cole here at the beginning of the spring 2021 term, Wednesday morning, January 6th. So welcome to Political Science 3143, Comparative Governments for the spring 2021 term. Everyone, this is an upper level course, and to the best of my knowledge, last time I checked, there were 3 people enrolled. So we should be able to get to know each other very well. I recognize at least one name on the class list from my days as a full-time faculty member on campus going back a couple of years ago. So let me say just a few words about the course requirements and what we'd be doing in 3143. There'll be 2 exams, a midterm and a final, a set of 8 quizzes, the best 5 of which will be counted, 20 points each for another 100-point grade, and a term paper. You do not have to write a term paper, but if you want to make an A in the course, you must write a term paper. And the term paper will take the form of a country report. You write a paper about a particular country, okay, other than the ones in the textbook or on the syllabus. Okay. And what you're going to do in this country report, among other things, the basics that you should cover, among other things, would include the history of the place, especially to the degree, to the extent that it impacts upon the politics of the place at the present time. The economy of the country. Is it the economy based on manufacturing, services, agriculture, resource extraction? Probably some combination of those. Is it a rich or a poor country? Is it a developed country? Or is it what we call a developing country, which often simply means a country that's not as affluent as some others? Okay. What about the legislature, the executive, the political parties, the Constitution, the main political institutions of the place? What is distinctive about this particular country? And finally, what are the major political issues facing this country as you write your paper? Okay, so give you some idea of what you should include in a country report. So, 2 exams, set of quizzes, and a country report to be turned in, which you must do if you want to qualify for the A track in the course. Okay. To make an A, you must turn in a country report. This is all described on the syllabus, which will be uploaded to the course website, and which will be emailed to you. Everyone, keep in mind, the heart of my courses are the class notes that are posted in the content area of the course website. This is what would take the place of what I would be doing in the classroom if this were a conventional course rather than online. It so happens this is the first time we have taught comparative governments online. Okay, so you will need to be reading, going through those class notes as you go through the material that is listed on the syllabus. Okay. Let me say just a few words about what we will be doing in comparative government. Comparative government is not the same as international relations. International relations refers to relations between countries. And in international relations, we discuss international security and economic issues. In comparative government, what we're doing is looking at the internal government and politics of each country and comparing those countries one to another. So we're going to do some preliminaries for the first 3 or 4 weeks, and then we'll be going through a number of countries one by one. Okay. We'll be doing every country in the textbook with the exception of Brazil, which I'm replacing with Canada. So there'll be no textbook assignment for Canada. But you will have class notes to look at. That is going to be coming up fairly early on. Okay. Now I think we will do, I believe it's set up so that we do Great Britain, Canada, and France, and then stop at that point and take the midterm exam. Before that, we have some preliminaries to go through for 3 or 4 weeks about the study of comparative governments and such matters as executive institutions, constitutions, legislatures, political parties around the world and how they vary from one country to another. once we do that for 3 or 4 weeks, then we'll be going through a roster of countries one by one every week until the end of the term. Everybody, this course in decades past would have been taught largely about Western European countries. And we do have Great Britain, France, and Germany on the syllabus. At one time, such countries would have been practically the only countries included on the syllabus. But instructors have been pressured, it's been suggested that instructors ought to make a course like this less Eurocentric. Okay, because also the world is globalizing, which gives some people some people have a problem with it, but we have globalized, and we're not as much centered on Atlantic civilization, Western Europe and the United States, as we used to be. So we'll be winding up the term with countries such as India, China, Russia, Nigeria, and Iran. So it's not strictly a course about Western European countries, although we do include some of those. So that is what we do in comparative government. We'll be getting started right away on that preliminary material. We have a quiz next week, and I've given you a link to a lengthy article online as the material for the quiz. This is an article from the Freedom House think tank about the state of democracy around the world. Okay. And you go through this and you notice it ends up with a summary of the state of democracy in various regions of the world. And that's the kind of thing that scholars of comparative government would do, compare the condition of democracy from one country to another. So there's enough material there, I think, that will make up the entirety of the material for our first quiz next week. We will take that quiz Thursday the 14th, and we will chat the previous evening about the quiz material. Wednesday evening the 13th, 1 week from tonight, at 7 o'clock Central Time. So I hope if you wish, you may join me in the chat room to chat about that material. Okay, to chat, you go to the content area of the course website, click the online chat link, and I think it's self-explanatory from there. You may have to click through another time or two to get to the chat room. But that is where we will chat on Wednesday evening, the 13th, 1 week from tonight, before our quiz the following day. So that is what we will be doing in comparative government, Political Science 3143. I'm always available to be contacted at david.cole@opsu.edu if you need to contact me. So other than that, study hard and take it easy, and we will see you in the chat room and for the quiz next week, and we'll get another video out over the weekend. Thanks a lot.